Islam's choke must be otherworldly.
I feel he's even more dangerous than Khabib was during his prime.
Turns out he's still the champion, but he's also the greatest lightweight fighter that the UFC...
Many UFC fighters are wary of Islam Makhachev, and it's not without reason. Big names like Dustin Poirier have openly acknowledged that Makhachev could pose an even greater threat than Khabib Nurmagomedov. Having gone up against both Dagestani warriors, Poirier recently made a surprising admission. Makhachev's control and skill in the octagon might actually exceed the dominance that defined Khabib's iconic career.
Man, honestly, similar to Khabib, his movement is really strange. The timing of it is really strange to get his cadence. I wanted to open up more and throw more volume, but when he would commit to the pocket, he would exit weird. His dips with his head, I heard my corner telling me throw the knee the whole time, but I just felt like I might get taken down off of it. And his movement is it's kind of awkward. It's a weird timing, so I couldn't get good combinations going. But everything else was what I expected.
It was everything I thought it would be, said Poirier, describing Islam Makhachev as eerily similar to Khabib with strange cadence and head movement. He's not alone. Bobby Green also admitted he was stunned by Islam's inhuman strength, saying, "It's just not human." Now these same fighters are sending warnings to Ilia Topuria about what awaits him at lightweight. You won't believe what they're saying about the division's dominant pound-for-pound king, Islam Makhachev.
Just imagine a fight between me and, I love that dog, Dustin Poirier. He's a fighter, you know what I mean? You know that he goes in and he fights till he dies. You're gonna have that guy in front of you fighting and try to take your head off. That's a very excited fight for me, and I think for the fans.
Before diving into Poirier's particular warnings for Topuria, it's important to grasp why many of the UFC's top fighters are growing increasingly wary of Islam Makhachev. The proof is clear. Drew Dober was one of the first to experience Makhachev's dominance at UFC 259. Although he initially underestimated the hype, Dober quickly revised his opinion after being decisively controlled and forced to submit via an arm triangle choke. Dan Hooker was even more confident going in, boldly declaring he would stop Islam only to suffer a similar defeat.
I'm willing to die inside the octagon, and that's proven. People can say whatever they're gonna say, like, "Oh, this guy's unbeatable, this guy's untouchable." I've been in the gym with these guys, you know, like, they all bleed, they all get tired, they all get injured, they all get hurt, and I know I can put anyone's lights out. So to everyone else, he's kind of a
I'm willing to die in the octagon. They all bleed, they all get tired, Hooker declared. The result? He was submitted by Kimura in just 2 minutes. Makhachev casually boasted afterward, "I feel very happy. No injuries, not sweating, I don't even need a shower after fights."
Causing Hooker to tap seconds later, Makhachev didn't even break a sweat.
I feel very happy because I don't have injury, not sweating, I don't need...
However, the most striking remarks came directly from Poirier after facing Makhachev at UFC 302. "It was exactly what I expected," he said. "He reminds me of Khabib. His style is unique, with an unusual rhythm and head movement. He's the champion now, and he's earned it. Without a doubt, he's one of the best in the world."
It goes little, and a little until he gets right where he wants to be. And he was so strong at holding his mount. I was like, interesting. I could try to hit and turn. I couldn't move out of him. I'm like, no one's been that strong.
For Islam Makhachev, the fighter who has struck fear into the entire lightweight division, is exactly the opponent Ilia Topuria wants to face. However, Dustin Poirier believes that fight would likely end badly for Topuria. If he can keep the fight standing, his boxing is better than Islam's, Poirier acknowledged, recognizing Topuria's striking power as well. He's a harder hitter. But Poirier was quick to point out the harsh truth. The size difference between them is significant, and that could be a major disadvantage for Tapor. Interestingly, Poirier isn't the only top lightweight sounding the alarm about Topuria, moving up to 155 pounds. Former champion Charles Oliveira also issued a blunt warning to the Spanish-Georgian contender. "I fight whoever I'm told to fight, and I have nothing but respect for Ilia Topuria," Oliveira said in a recent interview. "But lightweight is the toughest division around. I've got power in my hands, trust in my jiu-jitsu, and I believe I could knock Topuria out."
Sweat's legend, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
It was everything I thought it was going to be. I feel like I could have did more. I said that in the Khabib fight as well. I could have picked up the volume, took more chances on the feet. He was just similar to Khabib, moving weird. His cadence was weird. His head movement was weird. When he would commit to the pocket, he would exit weird. My shots just weren't there to land. I was just telling him he's the champ. You know, congrats. You earned this. You're the best in the world.
With most of the lightweight division out of the equation, only #1 contender Arman Tsarukyan seemed to have the tools to challenge Islam Makhachev.
Sars, te quiero preguntar, ¿crees que Ilia Topuria, después de dejar su título, su cinturón vacante, se merece ir directamente a por el título de Islam Makhachev?
Creio que o Ilia é cara duríssimo, merece todo o respeito no mundo. Conheci agora em evento que teve e é cara que tem um coração muito gigante, pero não acho que quando sai de uma categoria você merece lutar direto pela outra, pelo título. Pero tem muitos caras que estão peleando em busca desse título, então cara chegar e furar a fila é muito complicado, mas creio que ele fazendo uma grande luta numa categoria muito difícil como os pesos leve, com certeza merece a oportunidade.
Short but strong. What getting me? Should we do it again? Yeah. Feel good? Maybe Abu Dhabi. Yes. We deserve one in Abu Dhabi. My turn to get booed. Make a rematch happen? Alright, ready? Why not?
Everyone here? Abu Dhabi. This time Abu Dhabi.
Yes, that's fair.
3,
That's
2,
fair.
1.
I can strike with anyone. This guy, one of the best striker in the UFC, and I just show my level, you know. I am not just wrestler, I am not just grappler. I always training. I am an MMA fighter, and people have to know I am a best.
Who should he be fighting next? Ilia Topuria, or should he get the rematch with Charles Oliveira?
Man, that's tough to say. Who's next in line right now for him? Do you know?
Could be Oliveira, could be Topuria if he goes up.
Yeah, but there's still guys, I think, at 45 for Topuria to fight. And I've never seen Topuria in person, but if he can make 145, dude, Islam's a big guy.
Big guy.
I think he's going to be a lot bigger than Topuria. But that being said, Topuria is an assassin, and I believe he can knock out anybody from 145 pounds to 170 pounds.
You think Islam could become the champion at upper weight class, maybe 170 if he wanted to?
Yeah, I believe Islam.
Here we
What do you think we're gonna sell many pay-per-view?
Me, you?
Yes.
Yes. Because I can't. By then, if you have belt, me, you fight.
You come
then
155.
You be big. No, no. Middleweight. You middleweight. You see how big he is?
No, I'm
you see how
small.
big he is? He's taller than me.
July 19th is going to be my final fight. I'm going to lay the gloves down in Louisiana where it all started for me. The whole journey started there. Me and Max Holloway are going to fight 5 rounds, main event, pay-per-view for his current BMF title.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Max is a legend. I said legends only. There's not a better guy I could think to fight in my retirement fight. I was his first fight in the UFC back in 2012, and he's going to be my last fight in the UFC. So it's an honor. He's a legend, former champion, undisputed, current BMF champion. So we're going to put on another war.
Well, let me tell you this. Thank you for your service to all of us.
The first shot at the title, or should he have to go through someone like an Arman or a Charles or someone like you or Gaethje or someone like that?
That's tough to say, especially like with all the contenders, how the lightweight division's been over the last few years. But with a guy like him, vacating the belt and moving up, finishing Max Holloway the way he did, like I would give him a crack at the lightweight title right off the bat.
Dustin and I are from the same hometown. Does that make me a hillbilly? Connor, listen, before you answer this, you remember how much bigger I am than you.
You're the ghetto hillbilly, I call you.
Islam is not going to fight Ilia Topuria, and it's for one reason. Khabib himself said this is our problem with it. He has not proven. And when that proof comes, it can only go up or down. And if it goes down, we don't need a win over a guy that's down. So come in and prove it. It's a fair point. Islam would like to go to 170, and he would like to challenge for the championship of the world. So for anybody at 170 to say, I'm not going to face you because you've yet to prove yourself, you see where it becomes. We've got a situation now with Islam. Well, all said, I will not fight Islam. That is is not the attitude of our number one contenders. If you're Team Islam and you're sitting around and you're waiting because you believe you're going to go to 170 and get a title shot against Jack Della Lema, just to let you know, first up, nobody's asking to see that fight. And if at the same time you are refusing Ilia Topuria because he hasn't done anything in this weight class, and if I lose to him, it's too big of a risk, we'll just take that same argument and stick it up your ass at 170, where you haven't done anything. And I don't know if you've ever met more of a pro-Islam guy. I'm completely for Islam, but there's times in this sport where guys get out over their skis. I get the idea of the relationship with Bilal and Islam. I actually don't want to come in front of that. I am not clamoring to see that fight. Neither are you guys. Whatever opportunities are offered to Ilia, we can assume it's the same way that Islam would be treated at 170. But Ilia did have one tremendous difference, which is the courage to vacate, not to weigh the fence. He fought the absolute best at 45, and now he's trying to fight the absolute best at 55.
How does it feel that, you've got your character and there's thousands of people playing as you? How does that feel?
When some of my friends play and they play with me, take me in the game, I tell them, hey, please, you who take my person in the game, you have to play good, because I don't want to see when somebody. Honestly, I have one fight in my division now. It's Gage, but other guy I beat already. If UFC want to give them again Sarukian or Oliveira who the win, no problem. I will beat them, and after I will jump to the other division.
Is it going to be Ilia Topuria versus Islam? Is that
well, we all know.
You said that you're ready to go up a division. There's a tweet from Ilia Topuria that he can go up the weight and he can beat you with no problem. What do you think about that?
Не знаю, еще столько соперников, и все хотят меня там в первом, во втором раунде финишировать, все говорят об этом, но я же сказал, сделайте 70 килограмм, заходите в клетку и посмотрим, кто кого финиширует там.
There's all these opponents, they all say they want to finish me in the first or second round. I already said, if you can make 155, you can get into the cage. Let's talk about it.
Not make sense. I fought with Ilia for what? Not belt, nothing, Money, I have money, I don't need money.
I really believe that I can beat the current champion, Islam.
There's all these opponents, they all say they want to finish me in the first or second round. I already said, if you can make 155, you can get into the cage.
Ilia Topuria is talking about coming to 155, and you're like, I'm tired of these little people coming up to fight me.
That makes sense. Give the chance third time from the same guy. Okay, I beat the Volkanovski twice. People still say, you beat small guy, he's not your weight division. If I beat Topuria, it's gonna be same. Everybody gonna talk same. If I go up, takes a second belt, this is a legacy.
But one of your friends, you guys are teammates, you and Bilal.
Honestly, Bilal killed my plan.
Yeah.
We become like close friends. We have same manager. Nobody would know what's gonna be in the future. I just have same dream.
Yeah.
I want to be double champ. I want to be like you, Champ. How many? 11 times defend your belt.
You're on your way, man. You're on your way.
So maybe after this one, it could be to move up to the lightweight division, and if we still have that fake champion in the welterweight division.
This is exactly why Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev will be the biggest fight of the year.
If you will be in the Dana's place, who would be my next opponent?
Islam, 100%. I tried to tell him that this weekend.
That would be a great fight.
That's the fight to make. You have a world champion versus a world champion. It's simple. You knocked out Max Holloway. You knocked out Alexander Volkanovski, one of the greatest of all time. That would be a huge fight. Everybody would get excited about it. Also, it's the most marketable fight. Everybody else is lost to him. Right?
I don't care if Islam decides that he doesn't want to fight me. You're going to have to fight me. You say that you are the world champion, you're going to keep dominating the division, all that. I'm here. You can't keep avoiding me all the time.
And then the other thing is there's not really a compelling challenger at 155 other than you. Like, he's kind of cleaned out the division. There's no real.